Good morning, dear students. Welcome you all in history class 6. Chapter which we are going through nowadays is the Indus Valley Civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization is also known by another name. Do you know the name that we have already discussed in previous session? Yes, just recall. Yes, you are right. That is the Harappan civilization. Now, question arises. I would like to ask, why is this known as Harappan civilization? As you people are knowing, the river which was flowing, Indus River, near the Indus River, in the basin of Indus River, in the valley of Indus River, this civilization emerged. Okay, so it can be called Indus Valley civilization, that is understood. But why it is called Harappan civilization? Answer is Harappa was the first site to be discovered. That is why it is called Harappan civilization. One more thing I would like to tell you, and that is whatever cities are found, okay, like Lothal, Surkotra, Kotdiji, Alamgirpur, Rangpur, Mohenjo-daro, like 2800 cities were there, sites were there. Among all, one thing was common. All the cities, they were having resembling features of Harappa. Clear? Means you can say whatever Harappan people followed, all the cities, all the sites, they followed the same, what was followed by Harappan people. That is why it is called Harappan civilization. Total 2800 sites were there. Okay, and when it was found in 1921, the first site, that is Harappa, was discovered by Dayaram Sahni, one archaeologist, in 1921. Clear? This is about long, means this Harappan civilization, this is about long ago. Okay, when AD was not even started. Okay, and so things are clear that sites were discovered, but in the 20th century, after 1921, the first site was discovered, that was Harappa. 1922, Mohenjo-daro was discovered, and it was discovered by Rakhal Das Banerjee and others. Clear, no? So we came to know about our past through these excavations, through these archaeologists. Okay, because some evidences we got, okay, and they prove yes, this civilization was existed and this was the duration of this existence. And one thing I have already explained, how do we come to know about the period? If anything we get from the ground, how do we come to know? That I have discussed in previous session, because of carbon 16. Clear, no? Okay, so here next topic is town planning, architecture, and many characteristics that we will discuss in this session. First of all, just you know that it was belonging, this Indus Valley civilization was belonging to Bronze Age, Bronze period. When people, they were living in nomadic life, that time people, they used stone, they used tools of made of stones. Clear? And this civilization is belonging to bronze. So it means that in this period people, they started using bronze. But remember, people of Indus Valley civilization, they were not knowing about iron. Okay, iron today, it plays a vital role in our society, in our industries, everywhere, but that time it was not discovered. Clear, no? So this is question also. Location is what? Location, in a previous session we have discussed location, northern western part of India. Firstly, it was found part of Pakistan, some parts of Afghanistan and India, northern western part. And but after the excavations, many sites are discovered, and we come to know that this Indus Valley civilization extended up to Haryana, up to Uttar Pradesh. Clear, no? So location was near the Indus River. Not only the Indus River, but many tributaries like Beas, Jhelum, Satluj, Chenab, Ravi. Many rivers were tributary rivers. That time also, this time also, they are tributary rivers of Indus Valley civilization. Indus River. Indus River is the longest river of Pakistan. Clear, and it is very long. So that is why, and our longest river is the Ganga. So many tributary rivers are those rivers which come from the main river. So main river was Indus River, and many tributaries rivers, they come from Indus River. They carry water of Indus River, or somewhere they mix their water mixed with Indus River. So along with those river also, like Chenab, Jhelum, Satluj, Ravi, Beas, along with those rivers, okay, whatever civilization, whatever cities developed, they are also part of Indus Valley civilization. Clear, no? So this is a location. This is the location. Many important cities are like Lothal, Surkotda, they were found in Gujarat. Okay, Ropar in Punjab, Kalibangan, Rajasthan, Banwali, Haryana, and Rakhigiri, Haryana, Dholavira, Gujarat, Alamgirpur in UP, and Mohenjo-daro in Pakistan, that nowadays it is known Pakistan, Sindh province of Pakistan. Clear? I think now it is clear whatever we studied in the last session, that we have revised. Just remember one thing, this civilization, Indus Valley civilization, is about our country. Clear? That time Pakistan was not divided. Pakistan was divided on 14th August 1947, and this is about long ago. It is about long ago when civilization started. Means people started. They learned to live in the society, in the community. Clear, no? So just understand it. This civilization covered the largest area. Many civilizations are there, no? This Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Chinese civilization, and this is the Indus Valley civilization. So among all, okay, whatever civilizations emerged in the past, among all, this civilization only, especially this Indus Valley civilization, it covered a large area, approximately 2.1 million square kilometer area. Okay, that is why it is also known the largest civilization of ancient world. I think now it is clear. Sense is clear. Okay, so the largest civilization of the world in what term? In the term of area. We are not talking about in the term of cities, in the term of that population, demographic. No, in the term of area, it was the largest civilization. Clear, no? But somewhere we get that this Indus Valley civilization was having maximum cities, maximum sites among all. Like here we have studied about 2,800 cities were there. Till today, whatever archaeologists, they have dug the ground, they have found some evidences. They have found these evidences from 2,800 sites. Clear, no? Sites are clear. Sites means those places where the ground is dug by archaeologists and they find something, okay, belonging to past, and that prove, yes, this thing was existed in this amount. Clear, no? Okay, let's see slide, and this will make you more clear. So dear students, let's see the remaining things of this chapter, remaining topics. Okay, class 6 chapter, the Indus Valley civilization. This is last chapter of first semester. Remember, this time we will not cover any chapter from civics. Okay, 2 chapters are there in civics, and they will be covered. One chapter will be covered in the second semester portion, and next one will be covered in last semester of. Okay, and next one, origin already we have seen that this was discovered in 1921 by Dayaram Sahni, and in 1922-1923 Mohenjo-daro sites was discovered, and that was discovered by Rakhal Das Banerjee and many others. Okay, this excavation of the ruins of highly planned cities, they are pushing us back about to know the history of India. It also proved, these excavations, they prove that beyond a doubt that a highly advanced urban civilization flourished when approx 4500 years ago, okay, in our past. Clear, no? And as we are knowing that in the origin only we have studied that this was belonging to Bronze Age. This was belonging to Bronze Age. Means question, if question arises here, which metal was used during Indus Valley civilization? Answer will be bronze metal. Clear, no? Okay, and this was developed along the valley of Indus River. Along the valley of Indus River. Clear, no? Okay. This we had already discussed. This civilization belonged to Bronze Age. Location near the Indus River, and in the Larkana district, that Mohenjo-daro was found in Larkana district. Nowadays it is in Pakistan, and it can be called Larkana district of Sindh. Okay, Sindh, Larkana district of Sindh nowadays. And on which bank? Bank of Ravi River. Bank of Ravi River. Clear, no? This Mohenjo-daro was having different, means you can say unique feature of what? Mound of the Dead. It was known as Mound of the Dead. Means people that time, they they were very advanced, but that civilization in this only, in Indus Valley civilization, this was only the site where the means we have got numerous evidences of the dead, okay, of the dead people, of the dead bodies, and that we can say that there was a mound of dead. Clear, no? And what I told you, that this was only the largest civilization in the term of area. You can see China here. You can see China is having smaller area, and Egypt also is having a smaller area. Mesopotamia is having a smaller area, but Indus Valley civilization, it is having the larger area. So we can say that this Indus Valley civilization was having larger area than others. So the largest civilization, the largest in what term? In the term of area, was the Indus Valley civilization. Clear, no? This was the location from Mehergarh, from Pakistan, I think whole Pakistan, part of Afghanistan, some part of India, and Gujarat, Rajasthan. Later it was found till UP and Haryana to Delhi too. Clear? UP, one city was there, one site is discovered, that is known as Alamgirpur. Clear, no? I think there is no doubt. Okay, Mohenjo-daro, that we have discussed, known as Mound of the Dead, we have already discussed it. Okay, major sites of Indus Valley civilization. Students, that I have already told you how many sites are found, approx. How many sites have been found? 2,800. 2,800 sites have been found by today. Clear, no? And this tells what? A great civilization, achievement of this great civilization. Okay, because there are evidences, okay, they tell us how highly developed this civilization was. Clear, no? I think there is no doubt now. Okay, next one, ruins of Mohenjo-daro. This is ruins of Mohenjo-daro, which prove, yes, there was a great civilization. This figure you are getting, no, you are saying this is figure of Great Bath. This is figure of Great Bath. Okay, Great Bath, about that I will tell you later. Okay, then next thing, main characteristics of Indus Valley civilization, from where we have to start. Clear? Main characteristics. Characteristics are what? Characteristics are special features of this civilization. If we talk about the characteristics, so characteristics they denote about the main features, about unique features of the thing. Okay, so if I talk about the Indus Valley civilization, so this will tell about the unique feature, about the features of this civilization. Okay, what salient features this civilization was having, let us talk about. Clear? First of all, town planning. First of all, we will see town planning. Before that, I would like to tell you something. The excavation of these sites, they carried out at various sites. Okay, and these excavations, they prove that around 4,500 years ago, just remember how long ago, 4,500 years ago, I repeat, 4,500 years ago, highly civilized people lived in this region. See, highly civilized people were living, means that civilization, in our Indus Valley civilization, people, they were very high and very skilled, very civilized. Clear, no? And they gave the world its earliest cities, its first town planning. Okay, this is said that Indus Valley civilization was having the best town planning in the world, and its first town planning, its first architecture also it gave to in world in stone and clay model, and first example of sanitary engineering. Sanitary engineering means there was everything looked after very carefully about the cleanliness, about sanitation, about drainage pattern, okay, water flowing pattern, everything, especially drainage system. Clear? So one thing is clear, that in this civilization we will see a unique feature. In unique feature we will see drainage system very clearly, and as it is said this civilization was having the best town planning, so definitely it is having unique feature that will also be discussed in this session, okay, through the help of slides. Clear? Okay, first of all there is town planning. Let us understand town planning, which I just told you that town planning, this civilization was having the best town planning. Okay, so the Indus Valley cities were very well planned. It means that only that it was very well planned, and it followed a grid system. Clear? The Indus Valley cities were very well planned and followed a grid system. Now question arises here, what is grid system? So grid system is what means, suppose you are sketching one line, and that line is parallel. Many lines you are sketching parallel, and you are cutting those parallel line at 90-degree angle each. Did you understand? Parallel lines you are sketching, you are drawing parallel lines, and along the parallel line you are again sketching some lines, and they are cutting all the parallel line at the exact 90-degree angle. Clear? So that what figure will come out, that will be called grid pattern, grid system. Understood? So we can say the Indus Valley cities were very well planned, and they followed a grid system. They followed a grid system. Clear? See, we can say here, we can see this means every street was having one straight way, and main way was like this, means it was cutting at 90-degree angle. This is figure of town planning of those time. Indus Valley civilization. At the time of when Indus Valley civilization emerged, people, they built houses and they made it very highly, okay, civilized town planning. They made it best. So that this is one example, one figure. With the help of this figure we can understand that how skilled people were, how they made this civilization the best town planning in the regard of best town planning. Okay, and this civilization, they made it very unique. Clear, no? The main street, you can understand, the main street ran parallel to each other and cut at right angles by smaller streets. Okay, suppose this is main, this is main street. So whatever the streets will be meeting to that main street, they will be meeting at right angle. They will cut that main street at right angle. Clear? Right angle means 90-degree angle. Clear, no? So this is what? This is grid pattern. Okay, and they will divide the city into rectangular block. As I told you, if you sketch one many parallel lines, and parallel lines are cut by another lines, okay, at a 90-degree angle, so you will be getting many blocks, and blocks will be rectangular blocks. Clear? That can also be called grids. Understood? So this divided the cities into many rectangular blocks or grids. The main roads were straight and were very wide. The main roads, they were very straight and very wide. And do you know the width of this road? About 30 feet. About 30 feet width was. Clear? In the main street only, the main street was about 30 feet width. Clear? Wide. And curved at the corner to allow carts to pass easily. Means there was one curve also. Means suppose this is going, so that was curved like this. Okay, why it was made? To make easy to pass cart. You are knowing cart, bullock cart, okay, horse cart. That time people, they were not using car, no, they were not using buses, they were not using any transportation which we are having today. So they were that time having only bullock cart, okay, carts, ekka. So to make it pass very easily, they made it curved, and curved was made like that it could pass very easily. Clear, no? The streets were often paved with baked bricks. The streets were often paved with baked bricks. Just understand it. Just understand. The streets were paved with baked bricks. It means baked bricks. Baked means which is burnt and which is made stronger. Okay? Means suppose one clay model, firstly in making a brick, one clay model is made. After that clay model, people, they let it open to dry in open air by sunlight, or somewhere they used to burn it in coal or any other fire. Understood? So when the brick is ready to be used, that can be called baked brick. Clear? So what I want to say that you know that time streets were often paved, streets were packed, streets were made with baked bricks. Clear, no? Town planning is clear. The Indus Valley civilization people, they were having very good town planning, and they planned those cities very well, and they followed grid pattern. Grid pattern already we have discussed. I think it is clear. This is a model of Indus Valley city. Clear? Our next topic is architecture. Architecture is what? Architecture means some advanced system of architecture, construction, okay, unique feature, unique contribution. Okay, let us see. Architecture. What was the contribution of Indus Valley people in the field of architecture? Just understand. The Indus Valley people were very skilled. Okay, we can say they were skillful builders. They were skillful builders. The buildings were how many types? Just understand. The Indus Valley people were skillful builders. The building of two types were there. First one, dwelling house. Second one, public building. Just understand. They constructed buildings, but buildings they were having of two types. First one, dwelling house. Second was public building. Just now understand what is dwelling house and what is public building. What's the difference between both? I think this we have covered in a previous chapter also. Dwelling house are those houses. Dwelling houses are those houses where in which house people they live. Clear? Suppose we are living in our home, no, we can say this is dwelling house. Okay, so people lived in the past. Okay, their residence were called dwelling houses. Clear? Public building is what? Public building is those buildings where mass gathering is done, like temples, like mosque, like gurudwara, like churches. Clear, no? Now I think it is clear. Next see. This is example of dwelling house. Dwelling house, I told you, dwelling house is what? Dwelling house is the house where people resides, where people live. Okay, large blocks of houses were built along the sides of the streets. Clear? Along the sides of street means just beside the way, beside the street, there was large block of houses were built. Clear, no? The houses, many of them were double storied. Many of them were double storied. As you can see in the module, in the slide, one story, second story. So the houses were double storied and they had flat roofs. They had flat roofs, like one roof, second roof. You can see it is flat. Clear, no? They had flat roofs. They were of different sizes too. Houses, they were of different sizes. Clear, no? This is just one example, just imaginary, means I have just shown you for your understanding. Okay, like this model was there, and this, they had flat roofs, they were of different sizes. Okay, some were like palaces, means some were very big also. Okay, some were like palaces. Palaces means like a king's palace. Okay, king's home. Okay, but some others rooms or houses, they were very small, as people, different types of people are living to our society, no? Some are very rich, some are very poor. So this was giving one, means evidence, one proof that people that time, they were also, some people were very rich, some people were poor. So rich people, they made houses of different stories, 2 stories, and they made different rooms also they constructed. And poor people, they made 1 story or less rooms, like 1 room, 2 rooms. Okay, like so, as people, they were having economic status. Okay, according to economic status, they built houses and they made rooms also. Okay. They were made of baked brick. The rooms were made of baked bricks. Baked bricks, I have already told you, baked bricks. Okay, the brick which is baked, clear, of very good quality, and that bricks, they were a very good quality. They have lasted for 4,500 years. Just understand, like in previous chapter we have seen mummification, no, that was unique feature. Like this, here baked bricks are unique feature, that they are not lasted it. Okay, some bricks we get like that, how they were in the past, how they were used in the construction in our past, they are like that only. Clear, no? Okay, so by what time this civilization emerged? 4,500 years ago. Clear, no? Okay, just understand, what was the system of one average house? An average house had a courtyard. Courtyard, you are knowing, no? Like surrounding, there were various rooms, and in the center there was courtyard, open place. Clear? Like you can see here, surrounding there were various rooms, and in the center there was courtyard. Clear? A bathroom also. Means people that time, just see, if I say one bathroom was there in each house, so it gives one proof that people, they were very concerned about their privacy, and they were knowing that bathroom is used for taking bath, as people were not highly advanced, no, like today we are. So this idea they were having. Bathroom. Many things we will see that they were knowing, are they introduced, and we are following today. Bathroom they were using, they were knowing about bathroom, they were having sense of bathroom, and today we are having. They were also having one kitchen and a well. One kitchen. Firstly, understand one kitchen. Kitchen, they gave us the idea that there should be one room where food can be cooked. Okay, so today we are having well settled kitchen. So this idea from where we got? I can say, you can also say that this idea we got from our Indus Valley civilization. As this is about our country, so we borrowed this idea from our past. Clear, no? Sense is clear now? Okay. They were having one well also. Well means kuma. Okay. Nowadays we are having tap, we are having motor, just we switch on and we can easily get water. And see the development, we don't use tap water also. We don't drink tap water. There is RO that we used to drink. Even that water is kept in the freeze. After chilling it, we used to drink. See, this is development, this is advancement, and this is also called civilization. We are also living in one civilization. Clear? So that time people were not having tap, even people were not having hand pump too. Hand pump they were not knowing about. So what they used, they used water from river, or they used water from well. Well means kuwa. Clear? So water they just pulled out and used to drink. Clear, no? Okay. A narrow staircase led to the room upstairs. Just understand, it is a very unique feature that we follow today also. If many of you have seen like this stair to go in the room, to go in the home, anybody's, there is like stairs. Are you getting? So a narrow staircase was there, okay, which led to the room upstairs. Clear, no? So today we have covered dwelling houses, town plannings, and main characteristics of this Indus Valley civilizations. The remaining topics we will see in our next session. Clear? So my dear students, like this we have covered today main characteristics of Indus Valley civilizations. In that especially we studied about town plannings. There were two types of buildings also, dwelling houses and public buildings. So dwelling houses are those houses where people they live, and public buildings are used for mass gathering. Clear? Main streets followed, means that was very wide and almost 30 feet of width it was having, and at right angle street was cut by other streets. Okay, street was very wide, main street, and other streets they cut at a right angle only, and the city was, I think that was means divided into different blocks. Okay, like suppose you are drawing these parallel lines, and two parallel you are drawing like this, and this they are cutting at right angle. So the place what will be left this line, that will be one block. Okay, so we can say that they followed one great pattern. Clear? Indus Valley civilization, whatever remaining topics are like public buildings, like art and craft, occupations, religions, as well as decline of others, decline of civilization, that we will see in next session, if whatever we will cover. Okay, next thing, what I want to say, one exercises of previous chapter I have already uploaded. If you forgot to see, just visit our school website and see, that is already uploaded along with the question answer. Even I have uploaded fill in the blanks too. Clear, no? Question answer too, everything. So wish you good luck. Okay, stay healthy, fit and fine. Thank you very much to join this class.